It's Ron Brown with Tech for Senior Live. I'll be your host today. Please put in the chat where you're from and who you are. When we start reviewing the news articles, if you want to look at our Facebook page, just click here and you can follow the articles along as we go. See you in a moment. Well, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. This is Tech for Senior Live. I'm Ron Brown, and I'll be your host today. This is November the 23rd. Happy Thanksgiving for everyone. And thank you so much for coming and being part of our little group this morning, for joining us. And we hope to have a good hour of entertainment. And we've got a good group today to talk about all the technology news of the week, and talk about their experiences traveling, maybe some travel apps or some things that will be interesting for you. So we plan to have a great hour, and then I guess you'll get on to cooking the turkey for today. Anyway, who are we? Well, we're a group of seniors that have a Monday show. We've been doing this show now. I think it's our 190th show was our last one we recorded. And so this is season 4, soon to be season 5. And so if you do like this show and you haven't come over for our Monday show, come and join us. Let me just put up here how you can find out about us on our Monday show. The details are all at www.techforsenior.com, and it's a Zoom meeting. So if you come and you want to participate, just let us know who you are. Click on the link and we'll let you into the Zoom meeting. We also broadcast that over to YouTube Live as well. But if you do want to come, and we always get some new people coming to the show, so it's fun when we see new people. So come and join us for our Monday show. I'm sure you'll find it very interesting. We have a very loyal following group. Now, the thing about our Zoom meeting is we can actually see who we're talking to. We have interactions and all that sort of thing, but we have no idea who's out there listening to us today, because this isn't a Zoom meeting. We broadcast this from StreamYard out to our Facebook feed and our YouTube. So we have no idea who's out there. So if you would please put in the comments if you're here, where are you from, what's your name, and certainly we're looking for new people. If you are new and this is your first time, let us know. We'll give you a big round of applause and thank you so much, because we really do appreciate. We often get people from different parts of the world listening to the show, and that's always a lot of fun for us, and it keeps us going. So please do that, and we'll acknowledge everybody in a few minutes. After I introduce our staff today. So and again, I do appreciate everybody coming to listen to our show on this happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully everyone's safe and enjoying their dinners with their family and is having a great time. Let's see. I don't think there was anything else I had to say. Huey, you're gonna cook a turkey.
Yeah, later, probably over the weekend, but today I'm having it cooked for me. We're having a neighborhood at our community center, our rec hall. They're cooking up turkey dinner for the neighbors, and we'll probably have about 60 people there.
Nice. That is very nice. It's nice when you just go and have a turkey dinner. You don't have to cook yourself.
Yep.
As I said, I was telling everyone earlier, we had I live on a little island off the coast of Vancouver, a little island off the coast of Canada on the west coast called Vancouver Island. And so we're in a rural area, and I had a small turkey that I bought from Costco back when our Thanksgiving was like a month ago, and I thought that would be fine for this coming Christmas. But I see that not only are all my family coming, their relatives are coming, and more people are coming. So our little Christmas just got into a big Christmas, and I gotta go and buy a bigger turkey. Huey, I need your 20-pound turkey. We're a long way away. Huey, of course, is in Bradenton, Florida, which is on the other side of the world, right? So I have to holler a little bit so you can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can shove that turkey through the wires, though. We both have fiber optics, so we can just push it through.
There you go. And then, of course, we have Bob Gustisha here today. Bob is our security expert. He's been with the show since it started. He keeps us honest and safe and keeps the bad guys out. He also is a prolific producer. I like that, prolific producer of videos, and very knowledgeable person. And is going to have a great Thanksgiving because he's so lucky. He's got all his family coming for Christmas or for Easter. No, sorry, for Thanksgiving, and he doesn't have to cook the ticket. He's going over to his daughter, is it daughters, who's going to do the turkey dinner. So that's even better, right, Bob?
Yep. We are going to make the little trip about an hour to get to their house, and everybody's meeting there. So we'll have about a dozen people there. Makes for a very cozy, comfy, happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Hope everybody's going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's nice if you don't have to do the cooking. That's
true.
Too much for my wife for that many people. Too many things have to be done all at the same time. And that's just when you get older. No, it's better to sit down and enjoy a meal.
But the only fun is that leftover turkey for the next week that you have, and you keep getting turkey sandwiches and turkey.
And we take doggy bags back home. Doggy bags come back home.
Oh, okay.
We're fine.
You're fine.
We're
good.
fine.
There you go. And of course, we have Mr. Ray Baxter with us today. Now, Ray is from Pine, Arizona. He is, of course, our music director on our show. He's a toe tapping sort of guy. He also is the president of APCUG. And not only is that not enough, but he's also the treasurer. So he's an honest guy. He's a nice guy. He's a smart guy. He's a music guy. What else can I say? What do you want to say? Me to say anything else about you, Ray? What else?
I just always, whenever you start with that, Ron, I always look at the sign I have in my office that I got that says, "I'm kind of a big deal." you just reinforce that all the time. Thank you so much for that.
There you go. So now what are you didn't tell me what you're doing for Thanksgiving. Do you have family, or what's happening?
Most of my family has moved away now. I have one granddaughter in Phoenix area who's doing something else today.
Oh, right.
So it's really just Carol and I. We're going to go to the local casino for one of their turkey dinners, and then we're going to go see the movie Napoleon. So we still try to support the local movie theaters.
Now, which is that a new one that came out, or is that the old one that was?
No, it's brand new with Joaquin Phoenix.
Very
brand new movie.
70 millimeter that they're talking about.
So my brother sent me this week. He sent me a video link to it. It was a YouTube video, and it was the original. Well, it was made back in the 50s, and it was made actually with the Russian army, and they actually had casts of thousands, like real people. And they said it would never be done before. And I was watching part of it, and it was pretty interesting because they were all actually casts of thousands of real people. So
wow.
Yeah, so it's that was interesting. So this is I'll have to go and see this. So it's just being released now, eh?
Yeah, just came out this week.
Oh, you'll have to let us know how it works out. That's good.
I'll add movie reviewer to my resume.
Hey, there you go. There you go. We can do that. That'd be great. Huey, anybody listening to us?
No, there's not a soul out there.
Yeah, right. We're just talking. Jolyn, hi, Jolyn. Jolyn, of course, is she's listened. She's part of our show a lot of times. She comes and she's been a guest speaker on this show. She's a tech worker. She works in technology for her computer club. She's worked tirelessly for years and years, providing great support for for seniors. Oh, I guess for anybody that needs technology. So she's certainly, we want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. Yes, welcome, Jolyn. Thanks for being here. Joe Smith, Kirkland, 41 degrees. Tell Murray to keep the Cougars in Victoria. Just ordered a Sharp vacuum from Costco for Helen. There you go. Very nice. Jean, 42 degrees and cloudy in Pennsylvania. Gary Bowden, George in Victoria, turning colder. Yeah, it froze last night. It's cold. There's frost all over the grounds, and it's definitely cold. So for sure.
Yeah, it was cold here last night. It was down to 60.
Yeah, you guys. Steve Powell, Kirkland, Washington, 40 degrees and cloudy. Steve, did you make a decision on your monitors? Oh, Steve sent me an email about some monitor issues. I was looking on today on Black Friday, and oh my gosh, they had Samsung curved monitors on for cheap, really good deals. So, Steve, there's lots of great deals on monitors. I don't know if you made your final decision yet.
Yeah, they don't have many deals on touch screens, and I'd like to get about a 24-inch touch screen.
Touchscreen, yeah. Steve had a question about curved monitors, and I said, that's interesting. And I've never had a curved monitor. Maybe if you've had a curved monitor, maybe you could put in the chat what your experience is and let us give us some thoughts to Steve. I haven't.
I have a flat screen in front of me, and then the curved one is to the right of me, and they touch. So instead of being perpendicular, it kind of curves around, and I really like that fact that it's that it's that way. I'm glad I got that curved one for that.
Oh, really? So you have a curved monitor then? Is that right?
I have a curved monitor. Yeah, they're both 20. I think they're 24-inch.
And you like it? You think it's
yeah, but it's next, and it curves around me. So it's, instead of being L-shaped, it's kind of round like a J rather than an L.
Huey, you need one more monitor that's on the other side of that flat one.
I don't have enough room on my desk for that, so not going to happen.
All right.
Although I did have 3 monitors when I was in Orlando, and one of them was one that you could. I think it was a 27 inch as well, but you could tilt it and turn it so it was then a long page.
They call them vertical monitors.
Yeah, but you could turn it either way.
Right.
And it was great. Sometimes when I was working on a Word document or some kind of a flyer or something, the whole thing was there and it was just the right size. It was fantastic. That was not touch, but I did have a touch monitor for a long time.
All right. And any other? Mike says, Mike Lehman from Moncton, New Brunswick, +5 and showers today. Soon to be snow. Julia, oh boy, Figueroa, Wichita,
Figueroa,
Wichita, Kansas. Is Julia new? I haven't seen her name.
It's a him, I would imagine. And
Julian. Julian. Sorry, Julian. Yeah,
Julian.
Yep. Julian. Is Julian new then? I don't. Should we give him a big round of applause?
I think
we
so.
can. He may have been here before, but I don't remember anybody from Wichita.
I don't think you got a round of applause before. So
no.
All right. Well, Julian, if you have been before and we haven't remembered you, we do apologize. My grandson's name is Julian as well. I should have picked up on that right away. So, welcome to the show. And I have been to Wichita, Kansas. Very interesting. Stuart, Lake
very
Worth.
flat.
Sorry.
Very flat.
Very flat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuart, Lake Worth, Florida. Oh, I know why I remember Wichita. You know why I remember Wichita? I was there on a business trip, right? And it was and the day I was there, they had televisions all throughout the hotel. There was a massive event. It was the O.J. Simpson trial, and it was the final day when the verdict was being read. And everybody came out of all the rooms, and we were in Wichita. I forget which hotel it was, and they had all TVs all over, and everyone was glued. It was like the Super Bowl, and it was sort of interesting. So, Bob Barker, Bellevue, Washington, 38 degrees.
Baxter, not Barker.
Oh, but Baxter, sorry. Back
Barker is
then.
someone else.
Oh, I know,
Mhm.
Bob. I know that. I'm sorry, but hey, when you're senior, you can make mistakes, right? Richard Clarkson is a good friend of ours. We know Richard very well. Thank you so much for coming today, Richard. Hopefully, you're with your family. I know Richard lives in California, and he has. I think his family lives there as well. So hopefully, you'll be having a great Thanksgiving. Sally Ann from Kirkland, Washington. Happy Thanksgiving to all. Jolin says, Happy Turkey Day. Yeah, I guess unless you're a turkey, right? Not a good day to be a turkey. Eddie says, Happy Thanksgiving to all. Thankful for your show.
Thank you.
Stan Wollner is taking Spiral Ham to our neighbor's daughter to 69 and Sunny Scott Joseph Orlando restaurant guide. Dick Vogel, 67 degrees and cloudy in Sanford, Florida. Just finished watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade. Yeah, I watched that on YouTube. I got up this morning on the news tab. I clicked it, and there was the parade on YouTube. So that was very cool.
The closest I ever got to that is when I was a kid. We used to go to Brooklyn to visit my grandparents for Thanksgiving a lot. We'd go by train from Utica, New York to Albany, and then on down to New York City, Grand Central, and then by subway out to Brooklyn and be at my grandparents'. And on Thanksgiving morning, we got to watch the Thanksgiving Day parade on New York television. That wasn't anywhere else. So if we had stayed at home, we would not have been able to see it. Now, of course, they have it everywhere. But it was a lot of fun back in those days. I was a little kid.
So
okay, where am I?
Are we finished?
There's no. Let's see.
We saw
we
that.
did hit, okay, that was the last one. Okay.
Richard said, I bought an Echo Show 5 third generation for $36. Originally, it cost $89. I know, Richard. They've got these super deals on those, but I have one in every room in the house. And in one room I have two because I forgot that I need. And I hit, it's the click button. You just click them, and I do not need any more.
You put one facing the other, and you let them have their own conversations.
But they're so cheap. How can you not buy one for $36? It's crazy, right? It's so cheap. Stan says, I've read that the curved TV and monitor market fizzled to the point where they're no longer being made. Not true. They make curved TVs, but not. I don't think they make curved TVs anymore. But they make curved monitors for sure. They're still available. In fact,
they aren't going the way of the 3D TVs.
Though. No, that's for sure. For sure.
Which I still have.
Yeah. Oh, do you have a 3D TV?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's an older one. It's about 10, 11 years old now.
Right.
And it's actually currently it's not in use. I have to put it up on the bedroom wall. But he actually bought the glasses and everything, and it was pretty good.
It worked well. JJ says sunny in Waukegan at 44 degrees. Richard Clark said, my granddaughter lives in Indiana along with her 8 great grandkids. So just a small Thanksgiving here, but still nice. Happy Thanksgiving to you all too. Well, thank you very much, Richard.
Thank you.
Yep, that's nice. And Richard, Bedouin said, happy Thanksgiving, Sarasota, 72 degrees. Well, we got a nice group today. Just to remind everybody, we're going to get to the news articles in just a minute, and I wanted to let everyone know, excuse me, if you want to, and I know Murray's done this, and a few people on the show who have found interesting articles they want us to talk about. If you fire them off to this email, techforsenior.info@gmail.com, if you fire them off there, then I'll put them on the list for us to talk about today. I know that some of you have done that in the past, but just let everyone know if you see an interesting article, you're going through your, all your different things that you do in the week. If you see something's really interesting, just fire it off to me and I'll put it on our list to review. Now, we don't have a lot of time left. We've only got a few minutes, but I wanted to play something. Bob has a great find, and we were going to talk a little bit about travel travel tips from us and different apps that you can use for traveling at Thanksgiving and how to stay safe and so on and so forth. But we only have 10 minutes, so we got to get into the news articles. But Bob had a really great find, so I put the video up, and I'm going to play you a little video. It's a 2-minute clip that Bob made, and this is some helpful travel things you can do, well, at Thanksgiving or whenever. So let me see if we can get this and get this playing for you, and we'll have, there we go.
Are you planning a trip? Once you know where you're going to go, start planning for that trip by visiting roamaround.io. Start by entering the destination of your trip. In this case, I'm going to put in 7 days in Hawaii. And I'm just going to go and let it do what it wants to do. Tropical delights and culinary wonders in Honolulu. Here it gives you some information about the destination. It also gives you weather information. Will tell you about the prices of your destination. By telling you the average price of a cup of coffee, you can pretty much get an idea that things there are pretty pricey. Also lets you know what the language is that's spoken at the location you're going to visit. And if you scroll down, you'll see an outline of what they have planned for you for the days you selected in your trip. Day 1, morning, evening, and bedtime, including links to all the places that I mentioned in your outline for the day. Day 2, Day 3, Day 4, 5, 6, and 7. You decide to stay longer, add another day. So before you leave on your trip, visit roamaround.io and get the feel of the land that you're about to visit. Stay safe, stay secure. I hope that helps. Thanks for watching and listening.
Good one, Bob.
You'll notice I just put that together early this morning.
Yeah, I know.
Prolific.
Prolific. That's good.
Word of the day.
Yeah, so that was cool. Now we were going to talk about technology and stuff for travel, but I want to tell everybody the reason I put this on was I was watching the news last week and the CBC News, and there was an interesting travel story that came up that sort of has to do with this, and I wanted to just share it with everybody. This was a group of 4 couples who were in their mid-60s, and they played bridge together. They're really good friends, right? And they decided as a group they would go to Scotland, and they would have a holiday, and they would go for a month and take a bus tour around. Bus tour cost about $8,000 per couple, and they all signed up for this, and they got the trip all around Scotland. So one of the guys that was in the travel in this little group said, "Hey, I know all about making reservations and so on and so forth." He says, "I'll book the tickets for everybody," and they got them all organized, and he organized the airline part of the trip. And so about a week before, one of the couples looked at their tickets, and on the ticket, his name was Samuel or Sam, but his real name on his passport was Samuel, right? So wrong ticket versus what's on his passport. So he knew this was going to be a problem. So he went out to the airport, and they were going WestJet. Now WestJet, there's 2 big airlines in Canada. One's Air Canada and the other's WestJet. He goes to the WestJet counter, stands in line with all the other people traveling. This is a week before. Goes up to the counter and says to the ticket person, "Look, this is a mistake. I'm really Sam versus Samuel, and it's got a match, or you can't get on the plane." So she corrects it. She puts the information in. She has the ability to do that, and she makes the correction. So they think they're fine. They go home. And then, of course, the day comes to go on the big trip. All of 4 couples are going. They're going to go to Scotland and do their big trip around. So what happened is they get to the airport and they go and the ticket person puts, Samuel, which was originally booked as Sam, in, and of course it won't go through, and won't go through. There's a problem, and the problem is that this actually was what we call these code shares. In other words, the original WestJet flew to another location, and then there actually was another plane. I think it was Porter that they got onto, and then they flew over to Scotland, right? Well, that was the problem in that the so they basically they couldn't get on the plane, they couldn't get their ticket, they had everyone else left, and they had a great time in Scotland, whereas this couple didn't get to go, and they complained, and there was a big kerfuffle, and it got news, so it ended up on the national news. This is sort of how this worked out, and the problem is the software between the WestJet and Porter Airlines. The software did not update that in the code share. It didn't update the name change, right? And it just wouldn't print the ticket out because it was different names on the passport versus what the original ticket had been booked at. And that was the problem. So anyway, to make a long story short, they were out the cost of the ticket, and they were out the cost of the $8,000 of their Scotland tour. So this was not a very happy situation. Now, the reason I'm saying all this, because I just want to talk about the value of a travel agent, because I was recently in getting my kids all organized and getting here. We deal with a travel agent. I was telling her this story, and she said, "Yeah, all the travel agents know that the code share doesn't work when you're doing another airline, and you have to actually contact that airline and get it sorted out. They all know that, right?" So I guess my sense is that yes, we have all this great, like Google Trips, and we have all this great stuff and all these things that we can do, but the value of a travel agent is immense, and they can really save your. And the other thing was, they had no travel insurance on their trip to Scotland, so they lost the $8,000 as well, which again, the travel agent, that's crazy. If you're putting $8,000 out there, you want to make sure you have some insurance. So anyway, I just thought I would say that was the value there is is if you yes, you can do this on your own through all these great apps, but remember, there is value there in a travel agent, a real person.
Also realize the travel agent, you don't pay for that travel agent. It's not coming out of your money.
It depends. The travel agent we use actually has an upfront cost. They actually charge for the services now, and that used to be, I think, a long time in the past, but I think most agents now, at least in Canada, there's an upfront charge for using a travel agent.
Because here it's the airline or the hotel or the
Yeah, that's the way it
Right.
used to be. But I think that the airlines paid them less and less and less and less, and there was fewer and fewer. Maybe people could put in the chat with if they've used a travel agent, did they pay the travel, or was it included? I don't know what's happening down there. Listen, we need to move on and get on with our news stuff, eh? Let's shall I let me just share the screen here. Did I put mine up yet? Just hold on. Present video. There we go. And I will just and we'll refresh. Huey, was there any comments before we get going here?
No, Murray says,
I know that most companies make a practice of using travel agents, right?
Yep.
All right, let's go down the list here. I think we don't need to talk about Rome around, do we, Bob? Oh,
no.
did I refresh? Where's
Yeah, you did.
Did I?
You did.
Where's Ray? He always is at the top here.
No, not
He's
as scheduled. This was done after.
Oh.
Actually, right. you missed one that there's no picture for in it, and Ray's going to have to explain. It says the ponds are coming. The ponds are coming.
Oh, okay.
Ray, what is that?
All right. Cable network operators are deploying PONs. So PON stands for Passive Optical Network, and it's a technology that's targeted fiber to the premises build-outs in rural areas like where I live. So a recent survey found that 35% of cable operators have already deployed PON in their networks, and another 45% will do so next year in 2024. And this will give a 10G. A 10G PON allows for 10G symmetrical capabilities. So as I said, this for people like me in rural areas, this is what we've been hoping for. And I'll be following this to see if it gets built out here in my area.
Yeah, you're not alone.
Right.
All right. And you're too tired. Zoom fatigue is real.
So video conferencing exhaustion has been neurologically proven. The new study finds that virtual meetings exhaust the brain more than face-to-face communication. So the next time you want to get out of a chore or other task, just tell your partner you can't do it because you have Zoom fatigue.
Ron, I have Zoom fatigue.
Why has anyone fallen asleep in a meeting? That I don't.
I
You know,
have.
Have you?
Oh yeah.
Well, hopefully not on on our Monday show.
Oh,
Yeah, sometimes
absolutely.
All right. Zoom fatigue. Well, interesting. Maybe that's why I'm all so tired all the time.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see if I can see. We should get. We'll just switch over, and Huey should be able to show that one, eh?
Okay, that was mine too.
It was from Ray on Spotify
Spotify,
tackles its noise problem. What's that about?
All right, so Spotify's come out with a new policy now, and they're hoping they're going to better support their most those who are dependent really on streaming services and the revenues as part of their livelihood. And so one of the policies changes the new minimum length of so-called white noise. And so what is white noise? Oh, that's relaxing sounds on a loop. Could be crashing waves, rain, or whale sounds as an example. And those, believe it or not, have been classified as podcasts. So they have to now be at least 2 minutes in length to qualify for royalties. So in the past, these users would upload, say, 30-second clips of whale sounds and have them play one after another in a playlist so they could earn outsized payments from just playing these quick 30-second clips. So it seems that there's always somebody out there trying to scam the system.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that would certainly, be a problem.
Well, I also noticed on streaming TV, on some of the streaming TV services, a lot of times they do different ads than were on the original program, and they're a little bit short of time, and so they would come up with something that would fill in that time, usually some kind of music. And now they're doing advertisements with that real quiet music to relax you, to fill that time in, so they're able to sell that time now. So it's another way of them making money.
Bob, I told you you look different today.
Fire haircut. Get advice about your next haircut. The problem is when I made this video, I don't have any hair that you can see. I mean, it's very short cropped. So, and it ran into a problem. It can't advise me of what kind of haircut I should be getting. I mean, somebody else will try this who actually has hair on their head that you can see, and let me know how this turns out if they have hair that can be analyzed, because this is supposed to advise you as to what kind of haircut you should get to look your very best. Totally free. It's a website.
So maybe someone could try it while we're doing the show here and see what they come up with. Let us know.
The other day, just as we're getting ready to go on to one of the shows, I don't think it was this one. I think it's the Monday show. I had just come out of the shower and my hair was combed down, and I hadn't combed it back yet. And I said, gee, maybe I ought to do a comb over, and I'll have hair down about here. And it actually looked pretty good, but boy, it's going to be a big. People notice right away.
Right.
And I'm not
Yeah,
that
you
vain that I need to have a comb over.
Yeah, save that and become the 2024 model.
So now we will probably get into. I know Huey was having a lot of trouble sleeping this week because he was worried about what job Sam Altman would get, and he said he really was worried that he would be unemployed. Well, Huey, just let you know that I think he's back now with OpenAI. So we've seen this, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes. I think there's a bunch of articles about that. I read this morning. Do you guys have this is customized chat GPT. So this is
That's
where
correct.
you have OpenAI and then you probably pay for that extra, the $20 a month, and then you can customize chat GPT. Now, have you guys done that? I don't have the paid account. Bob, have you done this?
No, what for?
Well, I
I'm
don't
happy-
know. That's what I'm asking. If you think it's
I like
helpful.
to do lots of things, and I don't certainly can't. I can't afford the paid one to start off with.
All right.
But now to have a paid one for each specific task, no, I'll stick with
Well,
the general.
that's not quite the way it works.
great.
Chat GPT. If you get the pro version, it's $20 a month, and in that now that you can create individual GPTs for specific jobs. Matt Wolf did a great video on it. MattWolfe, and he's one of the people that I follow, and his videos are great. Anyway, he showed several examples of these GPTs that people have come up with, and it's just amazing how easy it is, number one, to make them up, and number two is how many different things you can have them do. So it is a very much a plus, and the only way you can play them too is if you're a paid version. So
Yeah, sounds like those are more for corporations than for
no,
individuals.
it's actually individual things that
Really
that we could do and automate a lot of things that we do, and it creates it's like writing programs, like writing apps, but it's very simple to write them and to make them work.
Interesting. Well, that's why I thought we should talk a little bit about so people know.
Yeah, I'd like to demonstrate it, but I'd have to use somebody else's GPTs, and I don't know whether I can do that or not. So the best thing I can do is recommend Matt Wolf's a video on it.
All right. And so the idea is that this is a service that if you do have the paid version, then you can look at customizing. You might have some fun with that. So I just want to let everybody know, because I didn't know a lot about that, and I don't have the paid version. So
yeah, and they're also going to have like a library where you can go and choose what other people have done. They can post them, and you can use what other people have put together.
Excuse me. So this, I just wanted, so everybody is looking for Black Friday deals, and there's lots and lots of news reports on there. But I just wanted to show you this one. Fitbit Charge 6 is on sale today. 99. It's actually $99 this Black Friday, and this is the Fitbit Charge 6. Now, what I wanted to let everybody know is we talked about this last Monday on our show, and there was a whole bunch of, probably a lot of people bought this. They went racing out to that. I'm going to be talking on Chris and Jim's show, The Button Show. Chris and Jim Gould, who are on our show regularly, and they're going to they do a show on Sunday, and I'm their guest speaker this Sunday, talking about medical features regarding your watches. And the reason that I'm so interested in this watch, and actually I've just bought my wife this last week and set it up for her, is that this does have all the current medical information that you'll need, all the sensors on there. This just is being released, and this normally, I think, in the United States, it's about $160, and it's on for $90 now. And this is an amazing buy for a watch that will do some pretty sophisticated things like heart rate monitoring, maximum minimum heart rate. It does an ECG. It's got basically all the features, and it's for $99. It is Fitbit, so it works on iOS and Android. And so it's a great deal. So I just wanted to give a plug for Chris and Jim's show on Sunday, and I thought I just let everybody know this is a great deal. And this is on sale on probably till the end of the week, and it's on Amazon, Best Buy. They all have them on for sale.
I already have mine, received it, but my wife doesn't want the Christmas present early, so it'll be sitting in the closet until Christmas when I'll
Right.
finally take it out and set it up.
It actually is. Sorry, it actually is quite easy to do, to set up. It'll be no problem. Sorry, my voice is crackling a bit here. This is an interesting one. This is if you have an Apple Watch in the calculator. If you go to the calculator in the Apple Watch, there's a feature there to calculate the tip. So if you've ever been to a restaurant and you're dividing it up and you have 3 or 4 people and you want to know what the tip is per person, this automatically figures it out for you. You just put the total amount in, how many people, and it calculates what the tip is per person. So just let you know that that's available on the Apple Watch, which I thought was sort of cool.
What I try to do when I'm figuring out what I'm going to leave for a tip, I come up with a percentage in the amount, and then if they do anything wrong, I take away. So if they really screw up, then they only get half of what they might have gotten otherwise.
Now, just a minute. Now, this is Anchor, of course, has lots of stuff for sale this week, and their portable chargers, plugs, and cables are up to almost half price. So if you are looking at traveling and you want to travel and you need any sort of extra batteries, or this is a hub that you see here. These are some great deals that you can get this week on Anchor Project products. I think we all own some of these, and it's a popular brand. So,
Yep.
So it's some good deals on that. So Bob, can you explain? Bob is an insider on Windows, and can you explain why we just can't call Windows 11.1 11.2? This was an article from I think it was The Verge. Yeah, The Verge. And why does Microsoft have to screw up the naming of updates? Why can't we just have 11.1 11.2 whatever? Why do we have to have all these WH this 2 ... and wouldn't it be just much simpler to have a simple naming solution?
That was going to be my answer. Do you really want things to be simple in life?
Well, wasn't it Microsoft's idea was Windows 10 was going to be the last Windows?
True.
And
Right.
so
Microsoft-
they can't give it increasing numbers because that would go against what they were going to do.
It would
And
still
then they
be-
had the issue where they would come out with updates and they'd put the month down as part of the number, and then they'd say it was going to be 09, and the update came out in October. So
Right.
now they just say first half or second half of the year. Covers all the bases.
And one time they even got the numbering wrong. Like they made a mistake. Remember that? There was a couple of years ago they made a mistake. So anyway, I don't know. I thought that was an interesting article when I read that.
Windows 12 is going to fix it all.
Yeah.
yeah, except for when there comes an update. What do you do then?
Right. Now, because this is, of course, Thanksgiving and Black Friday coming up, I thought I'd let everyone. Amazon is offering 75% off select streaming services, such as, and you can look at this, and there's a whole bunch of them. The catch is, like, you get 2 or 3 months free, but the catch is only for new people. So if you're on Paramount Plus and you want to, of course, if you want to, if you're using it like I am, and they're offering this deal, you probably have to sign off and then re-sign on again to get the deal. But they're offering a whole bunch of these, streaming services at great discount. Which
I already have Paramount Plus,
right,
because I have Walmart
Walmart.
Plus,
That's right.
and that
Yeah.
comes with Walmart Plus.
The thing that I think everyone will agree with, though, is please check your credit card bills and watch this like a hawk, because sometimes you want to know what you subscribe to, because otherwise it just ticks along. And if you're not using those services, you want to get rid of them. Bob, this is the best deals on Black Friday.
Yeah, it's a synopsis, gives you a great big oversight of all the things on sale at all the different places, including if you show up at the store in person, which is now a novel idea.
Right. That's true. Thanks, Bob. Huey, is there any comments or anything that we should be looking at?
Yeah, well, let's go back a little bit here.
Murray says, good morning from Victoria, BC, where it is clear and about 45 degrees. Turns out the $250 gift card from Apple for eligible Black Friday purchases do not apply to iMac, only MacBook and Mac Mini. Uh-oh. So poor Murray, he sent his iMac back so he could use this and reordered another one. And then, in fact, this isn't going to work out too good. Yes. Jolin can't get Fire Haircut to work.
They were having some issues with an overloaded website because it became so very popular. Because lots of people posted. I know I had it, I made the video, and then I went to check on the link, and the link wouldn't work. But I waited a little while, and it was back up again. So maybe, again, it's been overloaded. We're talking about it.
All right. Thanks,
Yeah.
Jolin, for helping. It's why would everyone want a haircut on a holiday? Jolin says they broke it up. Tried it a second time with it.
Hang on a second. There we go.
And it just doesn't work. Okay.
Okay, we're caught up.
Cut up. That's it.
Yep.
All right. Let's come back now, and we'll come out. Huey, this is Huey.
Yeah, you know, I got a new iPad, so now the new iOS 17 I can actually use. So I found this article, saw this article and posted it and kept it, and I've got to go through it and read it. It talks about some of the new things that are in iOS 17. Actually, they're in the 17.1, I think, and they're working on 17.2.
Do I get the sense of a video coming out for our Monday show on this?
Now, I'm not quite there yet.
Okay. All right. Bob, that looks absolutely delicious. I'm getting hungry.
Mhm.
I used Bard to create a poem, and then I used Microsoft's Copilot to create a picture.
Oh, really? So you Copilot to create the picture.
Yep.
That's a pretty good picture. Nicely cooked turkey.
Yep.
Very nicely. Well done.
In any case, happy Thanksgiving.
Well done. Thanks, Bob. I didn't know you could do a picture with Copilot. See, I got a lot to learn about Copilot.
Yes, yeah, actually, and the pictures are pretty good. It uses DALL-E 3, which allows you to put words in there, and you can actually read the words. I did one for Happy Thanksgiving. That's the one I posted, and you'll see that it does say Happy Thanksgiving, and it's spelled right.
Oh, really? Because I've been using Canva, and Canva just doesn't do word. I don't know which one they're doing, but it doesn't. It just doesn't do words text very well.
Yeah. None of them do except DALL-E 3.
Oh, okay. And you use that through Copilot.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. You wanted to talk about this one?
Amazon is putting together some free courses on artificial intelligence, and notice the word free. It looks like some of them may be on our level. Some are going to be on coding and some other things that I wouldn't be interested in. But it's going to be interesting to see what these courses are like and but again, they're going to be free.
Okay, good one. And SpaceX.
SpaceX is coming out with their third new model of the next generation of the dish, of their dish. And there's still no word on what the differences are going to be, but it definitely is a new model. And right now it's still by invite only, but probably will be a little bit of cost addition. But I understand that this one is going to, you're going to be able to actually put it on a house. You won't have to be out in the open. Can be a little bit different. So it still has to have free access to the sky, though.
So I wonder if there's a market for all these used ones that are going to be around. Like, what do people do with ones they don't need anymore?
I have no idea.
Interesting. All right.
They'll have satellite or the dishes from the paid services. They don't
Yeah.
want them back. The only thing they want back is the box, but it's up to you
Right.
to dispose of the dish.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, here's the article about Sam Altman.
Yeah.
So anyway, return to OpenAI. First essential step to stability, says Microsoft. So I think everybody wants this to all work out. So hopefully the new board will be fine and everything will keep going with Chat GPT. Google is deleting inactive Gmail accounts next month. Here's how to make sure this won't happen. So we've talked about this many times.
Yeah.
Just wanted to. I have two
Talked about
accounts.
it on Monday.
Yeah, I have two accounts, and I'm happy to get rid of those because I don't use them anymore, and that's fine. Get rid of them, which is great because they are a security risk if you just leave them as dormant accounts. So they'll be starting to do that next month. And if you wanted to make sure that they're active, then all you have to do is open up and do something with the account. Look at the email, send an email, look at. And this lists all the things you can do, but they're going to start to do that.
Yeah, I have several Google Voice phone numbers, and in order to keep them going, I've got to call
Sign
one
in.
of the numbers up and leave a message or do something with it. Otherwise, I'll get a notice, and they do make it inactive.
Has any of you ever deleted a Google account? It's pretty scary. I mean, when you sort of want to go into that account and then say, I'm not, you're going to delete it. It's a lot of links in there and everything that's going to happen. I always get just nervous about it. Have you guys ever deleted a Google account?
Oh yeah, several. One time I had 35 Gmail accounts.
Oh, really?
That's the world's record.
When you only have one Gmail account, the last thing you want to do is delete it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
for
a
sure.
scary proposition. Yeah, I don't know about that.
So
Anyway.
I was doing some work that I had to use different numbers for different purposes, and so I just set up. But then they started. You had to tie it to a real phone number, and you could only do it once with one number. So I started running out of numbers, and so I was using different friends. I'd ask permission and use theirs as the account that it was tied to.
Sonos. Yes, this was an interesting article. Sonos is going to start delivering headphones, and they say these are going to rival Apple AirPods Max. Now, I guess for someone like myself, I have a Sonos speaker, and my idea that why Sonos was so popular and did so well was their ability to sync all their speakers in a home so that they were all in the same wavelength. So if you had a speaker playing upstairs and a speaker playing downstairs, they were synced. Now, and so I guess my question really is now with Ray, and we were talking about this earlier, you're going to put these earbuds in your ears or headphones. I guess these are headphones. You're going to put the headphones over you. So syncing is the big issue. So what's going to make these as to rival the other ones? Like, what is going to be so special about it? If anyone has any ideas, maybe they could put it in the chat. I'm just not a Sonos expert. Do you? Anyway, this is coming out, and it was an interesting article.
I mean, they emphasize the quality of the sound And if you're
Yeah.
a really music listener and you maybe you like classical music or you like rock with a lot of bass and a lot of heavy instrumentation, that's when you really want the high-end speakers. For me,
Right.
I like vocals more than instrumentation, so a moderate pair is fine for me.
Fine. Yeah. Bob, Bard can recap YouTube videos.
Yeah, very interesting, and boy, does it do an excellent job. All you have,
Sometimes.
well, yeah, but most of the time it does a pretty good job of creating a recap of a video.
I tried
You
it with a couple of my videos, and it came back with a totally different video, not mine.
did
And
you put in the link for that video?
yes, yep. And I said, you gave me the wrong one. Here it is again. And it gave me a different one. So they don't have it down pat yet, but it's still the idea of it, judging from what you showed, it's excellent if it works, but just be careful. It may not be the right video.
No, I have not run into that at all. Are you using the latest version of Bard?
Yes. Yes, I
Okay.
am.
So I find it very handy because what I do is when I have my video finished and uploaded, I have an app and it takes the transcript, which they all have transcripts now. It takes the transcript, dumps it into Chat GPT, and summarizes it into 5 points. So that fills in my description. So I don't have to write a long description for it. It actually all does that for me. And then I just copy and paste that in the description, which really works well. And so I use ChatGPT all the time for summarizing my own videos to put in the description.
Yeah, it runs, but sometimes the summaries are quite lengthy. They're not just a paragraph or two. And I've been looking for some that I just want it down to one paragraph that I can explain what's being said in the whole video. And I found one, and it worked. You were supposed to get three free tries. The first one worked, and then it wouldn't work after that. But let's see, Summarize.tech is one of them. And there was another one. I overwrote it because Summarize.tech replaced, it was from the same company. So it does work. And I was able to get one paragraph summary of a 1 hour video. And that's what I was looking for.
Yeah, I'm just looking up what mine was.
And then for a while, for a few months, I tried one of the ones that would give you chapters automatically, but it was fairly expensive, like $15 or $20 a month. I tried it for a couple of months and then cut it out.
The one I use is called YouTube Summary with ChatGPT and Claude, but I don't use Claude. But it would, and that's what I use, and it works great. It gives me 5 points. It summarizes, and if you ask ChatGPT to summarize into one paragraph, it'll do that for you too, right? You just have to ask it to do that. All right. I think this is yours, Huey.
Yeah, ChatGPT rolls out a voice chat feature for all users. So even if you have the free account, you don't pay the $20 a month, you can actually have a discussion, and using a microphone button that's in ChatGPT, you use it, and then when it talks back to you, it not only types it, but it also says it. So you can have literally a conversation with ChatGPT, talk back and forth as out loud.
That works like a charming co-pilot.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing, actually.
Bob, you said Copilot is coming to Windows 10. I thought I had it.
No, you don't have it. Not yet.
Oh, but it's well, I do on my.
It will be
Windows.
coming to Windows 10.
You do have it in 11, but it's coming to Windows 10.
But is it not in Edge on Windows 10?
Not Copilot.
Okay. All right. Because I thought I had. I'll have anyway. We'll talk about that again. Bob, PC images.
PC Live Images. Play games, repair issues, try it with Linux. Give it a shot. These are what the heck's the name of it?
M.2.
Yeah, they're actually playing inside. Well, it's hard to explain, but you don't have to have that type of computer in order to use these games or operating systems.
Virtual.
They're virtual, they're live.
Okay.
Don't have to give up what you currently have in order to try this.
Good time for one more, probably.
One more. Bob,
Ron.
you got the last. You want to do the Epson subscription portal?
Yeah, well, you had been talking about subscription for your
HP.
cartridges.
Mhm.
Epson's going one step further. Monthly subscription that gives you not only ink, but also the printer itself.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir. You
That's
don't have
even
to buy
better.
a printer. The printer comes with it.
That's a good one. All right, that's a good one. That's good. Costco's got their printers all on sale. Epson was on sale. Your printer was on sale last week at Costco. I thought, should I buy one? But I still have a contract on the other one. All right, let's. We'll just stop the screen share here. I guess it's time to go. It's time to cook that turkey and have good fun and happiness with our families, right?
You got it.
So anyway, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for listening to us, and from all of us, we do wish you a very happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving for sure.
Yeah.
Yes,
And remember,
absolutely.
and do remember, the most important thing to remember today is that we have a show on Monday, and we will be there on Monday. So come and watch us on Monday. We'll all be home from Thanksgiving. We'll be ready to go. So our show is, of course, Tech for Senior on Monday. It is a it's a Zoom meeting, not a StreamYard meeting. So as I said before, we really appreciate you if you could come. So thank you. Thanks, Jolyn. Thanks. Have a great Thanksgiving, and we'll talk soon. And we'll be back the same time next week with more tech stories for you. All right. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.
Bye, everybody.